What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. All right, so today I'm actually in Honduras, and we'll show a little car content, even though my car is, or my channel is a pretty much an automotive channel at this point, and that's what I was going towards anyways. But I might be doing some different things at it. Again, we are in San Pedro Sula in Honduras. This is a trip. We're gonna 15-day stay out here. We're gonna be going through pretty much the entire country, not the entire country, but the main parts of the country. Yesterday we went to Moa, which is right off the border of, I believe, is Guatemala, and literally we're like a few miles off of the border there. We went out there just to have some seafood, which is basically like the ocean was right there, and it was actually pretty nice. It's warm out here, I will say that, which is fine. I'm not crazy. It's not Florida warm. You Floridians, I don't know how you deal with that humidity out there, especially in Orlando. But anyways, so the reason I'm doing this video, and even though it's an automotive video, an automotive channel, is because I wanna, my channel, if you guys look at the name, it's previews, vlogs. Vlogs, of course, being a vlog. And I hardly do any vlogs, actually. I do some vlogs with the automotive stuff, but I just want to bring something different. And again, it's not going in the direction of a, discovery type channel or vacationing channel. And there's my brother-in-law in there. But it's not a video. But yeah, so basically we are here in Honduras, and then we're just having some fun. Family today. We're gonna be again going to Roatan. Roatan is 3 days from now. I'm completely lost, but we're gonna see the ruins. And you guys saw the car behind me here when my brother-in-law walked in, and basically what they gave me for rental is something I never thought I'd really drive for a long period of time, and that is a Kia Sorento. But this one is different, and I don't know if they have this in the US. I haven't really looked into these Kias, but it is a turbo diesel. And it's a turbo diesel. You heard me right. So if in the United States they have this, let me know. I haven't really looked into them. I know there's gas ones and they're turbo, but it is a turbo diesel. There's the big CRDI sign right there. 7 or 8 passenger, nice interior. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Kia do have nice interiors. I like their Stinger. If I was ever to own a Kia, it would be probably a Stinger. But nice interior, good gas mileage, or good fuel economy, I should say. Because 2 seats in the front, you got the bench seat in the back, and of course a third row that pops up. But once that third row is up, you pretty much have no room whatsoever. And again, we've been driving pretty much the entire day yesterday. We went from San Pedro Sula to Moan, which is a good amount of mileage. And I'll put it down below to what the mileage is. But this thing barely even hit half a tank. I think we've just ran through a quarter of a tank in all that driving. Today we're going back to the airport to pick up my father-in-law, and then we're gonna be coming back and then driving to Copan, so the Copan ruins. That's what we're gonna be seeing, and I'm gonna show you guys some of that. But anyways, let me take you guys a tour of the house that we stayed in for one night. It's actually a pretty nice house out here. Say hi.
So as we walk in the house here, we have just pretty much living room, a bathroom down here, a dining room, and a kitchen.
Ano yan? Nakakabakusta? Wala ma? Basta ng video.
Now we'll take a turn here and walk up the stairs. First room here is going to be a bedroom, and there's another bedroom right over here. And then we have one bedroom on this side here that's with a curtain, of course. This is where the girls are sleeping. And then the master bedroom, and this is the bedroom that we slept in last night. Pretty big. It's got a balcony out there. It's got its own bathroom as well. Dual sink, tub with the jets on there, so it's like a little jacuzzi there, and a shower.
So that's pretty much the house. Again, it's a nice house, decent house. If I was wanting somebody to live in Honduras, and again, it is one of the poorer countries in the world. So I mean, not many people can afford these type of houses. A lot of the houses out here are very small. There's no AC. Actually, I don't know if you guys saw on the walls, most of these houses have AC in their own room. The living room has no AC. It's not like central AC like we have houses in the United States. most houses are in the United States, just say. So, but again, nice, decent house. So right now, I gotta start packing the Sorrento up here, and we gotta fit enough, as many bags as we can, as many passengers as we can. And again, once you lift those back seats, there is no room in the third row. So basically, we're taking, there's 2 cars. One car is gonna be going to Roatán. I think that's where we're going on the 3rd day, or something like that. I forget exactly where we're going, what the itinerary looks like, but that's where we're gonna be going. But some of those bags are already going there. We're just taking what we need for the next 2.5 days on this short trip we're gonna be going. And that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start packing this vehicle, and I'll see you guys on when we start hitting the road. So it's the next morning. We are at the hotel room. We are in Copan. We got here last night around 7 o'clock. We are getting ready to go for a walk in the Copan ruins, which is a Mayan ruin pretty much. And I'm gonna just walk out with you guys and just kind of show you the city, show you the type of roads that are out in the city. It is a small city, old-fashioned, really old-fashioned. You'll see the buildings. The roads are not even paved. There's stones on the roads. And the cars out here, I love them. Honestly, I love every car out. Most of the cars out here, so I wouldn't say every car out here, but most of the cars. There is 4Runners. There is the Toyota Helix. I've seen that in pictures only, and I would love to buy one of these out here and bring it over to the United States. There is even a, and I'll show you guys when we get back to the hotel here, but there is even a Toyota Tacoma lifted that they have in the hotel. This thing is old, but the frame on this thing is in perfect condition. No lie. So let's go ahead and walk out, and I'm gonna show you guys. And then of course I gotta get some breakfast with the family, and then we're gonna head out to the ruins, because then we got another 3.5 hour ride to, where are we going, babe? Where? Pula Pansa. I think I said that right. We're gonna see the waterfalls out there and things like that, some zip lining. So let's go ahead, take a walk outside, and take a look at the city. So if we walk up to the end of the street here, take a look at this. Look at this grade on the street. Now, of course, I know there's some hills out in the U.S., parts that I probably have never been to. But look at these grades here. Now, let's talk a little automotive with the cars that I have. Which car do you think would not make it out this hill? Definitely the Caddy wouldn't even make it up the hill. Caddy wouldn't even get out here. The roads that we took out here were just insane. But going down this street here, now that Kia Sorrento, I'm impressed, very impressed with the capabilities. It made it up these hills easily, and we haven't gone down the hills, but making it up the hills, very simple. I'm gonna show you guys in a second here an actual hill we went up, and that was the amount of crazy I'm talking about. We even stopped. It was almost like a 45-degree angle hill, and this thing was pretty sick. We actually had to stop in the middle of it. We were literally facing almost straight down, what looked like a roller coaster ride. But it made it up these hills, and they were wet as well. So that Sorrento has got some good capabilities. So I'm thinking the Pathfinder wouldn't have a problem, and definitely the 4Runner, the 03 4Runner, and most 4Runners wouldn't have a problem. I mean, there is stones, it's not muddy, it's not icy, which would present a challenge, of course, as well. But nice little town. And you could smell the air out here, how much cleaner it is. I mean, look at that mountain line right there. Look at those clouds up there, if you guys can see that. But, again, just a small little village. The local people are friendly out here. And I mean, you just gotta be careful where you want, especially with me and my bad ankle and stuff. Yeah, I have to wear my ankle brace out here, because if not, I'd be twisting my ankle left and right on this place. They have these little tiny, like, taxis out here they run on. Regular cars do fit through. A lot of the cars out here are diesel. Here comes a truck or a car right now. Actually, there goes a little taxi right there. That's what people commute in. Loud little motorcycle, the little taxis, the 3-wheelers. But that's what I've seen a lot of. And of course, these little streets out here. There's a Nissan. That's a diesel as well. That's an NP300. Nissan NP300. That's what that was right there. A lot of the cars we see out here, or that I've seen out here so far, are Nissans, Toyotas, Hyundais. I've seen a handful of Kias, like mine being one of them. Some Chevys, not a lot. Definitely no GMCs. I think I saw one Mercedes AMG, but that's about it. And that was a E300, I think it was, or no, an E45 AMG. But that's about the only thing I saw that was Mercedes based. Again, everything out here runs either. Look at this little thing. But everything out here, it runs a lot of diesel. There's a lot of diesel out here. Manual. A lot of SUVs. You're gonna need them, especially out these hills. But overall, small little town. What is that out there? It looks like a Nissan too. So I mean, yeah, a lot of Nissans, pickup trucks. Seeing a lot of Toyotas. I forgot what they're called. Not the Land Cruiser, but it's a mixture of the 4Runner and the Lexus LS. It's got the back end of a Lexus, front end of a 4Runner. Weirdest thing I've ever seen. Pretty cool though, but the back end of a Lexus, the hatch opens sideways, like a regular door instead of flipping up. The lights at the rear of the Lexus, but the front end of a Toyota. So it's like Toyota actually took that car and mixed it up, just threw a bunch of parts to it, whatever was left from Toyota and that Lexus, and made a car for these here. But again, you're gonna need a lot of SUVs and four-wheelers out here because of these type of streets, slopes. Like I said in a second here, I'll show you guys the grade we came down on. Right now we're gonna walk towards the center, which is supposed to be a big attraction around here. So we'll go down the street here. There's your taxis. Those are your transports out here. Again, it's just little villages, little small stores, restaurants, boutiques and stuff. And we'll go down here. All right, and here is the city center. And again, it's very hard to get lost in the city. Streets are pretty much south to west. There is a 4Runner right there as it comes around the corner. Look at that thing. And most of these cars that have seen the snorkels, look at that. And I'm compared, no rust whatsoever. I've seen some of these cars so old that you would figure this thing would be rusting out. The body may have a little bit of rust and stuff, and it's more damage. The reason these cars are out, they've used them out completely damaged. But when it comes to the frames, oh my God, those Toyotas have held up. Let's go down the city center. Look at this. And look at this van right here. Here's a Toyota van. Drives by. And dogs just roam around the streets here. But very nice city. Very nice little city, I should call it, because it is a small city. Look at this. It's the city center. A lot of the festivals happen here. So if you guys are thinking about visiting Honduras, yes, it's a dangerous country. But again, we're with family, you didn't come alone. But yeah. This is pretty much the center of the city. And they have the little shops here and stuff. We came late last night, so most of these things were closed. The sun does go down here at about 6:30. You're kind of in the dark already. So, and then again, we're out here mainly because we're going to go to the Copan ruins, which is a Mayan ruins. What the Mayans built is what's left of it, and we're going to be checking that out. You guys will be getting footage out of that. But again, like I've always said, it's my vlog channel, and kind of filming this, and in between we'll talk about some cars. You know, by the way, From what I've heard, the all-wheel drive version of the Kia Sorento does come in. It has an option of a diesel. So I was wrong there. I didn't know about if they had diesels on those cars, but it does come in that version of a diesel. The front-wheel drive version is only gasoline. So the vehicle I'm driving, there is an option in the US to get a diesel. A lot of Mitsubishi Monteros out here too. But here, this is a 4Runner out here. So Toyota 4Runner, 4x4. Again, but when you look at these things, look at this. You see some of these in the Rust Belt out in the United States. And they're trash. They're beat up, trash. This one has a small dent to the front bumper, but look at this car overall. This thing is beautiful. I mean, I would take this thing back in a heartbeat. So, no rust underneath, you could tell just by looking at it. I'm not gonna get close to it. Of course, somebody's car out here. It's not like out in the US, you could just go out there and take snap pictures of cars. You don't know who's in the car, windows are tinted. Buenos dias. Okay, this is the hill I was telling you guys about. So look at this. Look at that thing. That hill. That hill is the hill we came up on. Now, those little things, let's see if this one goes up the hill. Those little engines make it up these hills. Look at these things. And just hit the gas and look at that. It's going. Man, all the way up that hill. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, of course, most SUVs would make it off that hill, you know. But again, I wouldn't take a Nissan Murano or Nissan Rogue. I don't know how a CVT would fare on these streets here. And of course, I mean, you do have your Corollas in here. Look at these things with the big wide wheels. I mean, these things, just look at this. Look at these tires on this car. They got some tread, but the back ones, check this out. They're completely bald. Front ones have a little bit of tread left on them. But these things are driving around out here, no problem. Little Toyotas, making it up hills as steep as this. Here's another Toyota. Now, I've seen these cars and I actually like the way they look. Look at this thing. The Helix. That's what they call these ones. They're pretty much like a Tacoma. These people drove all the way from California on a Jeep. Somebody needs some brake work there. Isuzu trucks. And we're gonna walk up this hill that I said when we came down of yesterday, and I was had stopped behind a vehicle, the vehicle we were following. Isuzu truck, and look at these older trucks. Look at this hill here. Look at this thing. Hold on. Look at this hill. I mean, I gotta raise my camera. I haven't even got to the top of the hill, corner of the camera yet here. There you go. Look at that grade of hill right there. Now, the Kia Sorento made it up this hill. Am I gonna try walking up this damn hill? Hell no. But the Sorento made it up this hill. Again, the Sorento is an all-wheel drive car, but again, there's a Toyota park right there, and that's a Corolla. So I mean, these cars will make it up these hills, up those hills, but I don't know. Put a CVT car out here, and I think that the CVT will probably get destroyed before it even makes it to the top of that hill, at least from what I'm seeing. Anybody else done any better with a CVT, let me know. But that hill is the hill we came down on, and that was that's again we were kind of straight, almost looking straight down on that thing. And again, there's a lot of hills and stuff like that. Getting up on them is a challenge. Getting down and trying not to slip and fall on your ass is another one. There's a 4Runner right there, just like mine. As you see that 4Runner right out there. And again, those things, I've seen them go up and down these things without even breaking a sweat. You can even hear the engines on those things. Anyways, let's get back to the hotel, get some breakfast, because we gotta head out early to the ruins. Try to leave out of here early, because I'll be honest with you guys, if you're gonna ever come out here, you're gonna rent a car. Oh, by the way, this is common out here. Check this out. And I knew of this from going to other countries, Ecuador and stuff. People in the back of the tailgates. Talk about tailgating. Look at that. And that thing is still running. And that was a Toyota, by the way. That thing is still going. Falling apart, bumper coming off. The thing was clickety clanking all over the street here, and that thing was still going. That's a Toyota for you. Again, I have a giant tattoo of a Cadillac on my forearm. Love Cadillacs, but not for these streets out here, especially my CTS. That CTS would not make anywhere. Rear-wheel drive car out here, you're not coming up these hills. Go down the hills easily, but you ain't making it up the hills. But anyways, like I said, let's go back to the hotel. The Copan ruins is where we're gonna be headed to today. And if you guys are coming out here, and you are renting a car and you're going to be doing your own driving, my suggestion is leaving early. It takes about 3.5 hours to get out here from the city of San Pedro Sula. It takes about 3.5 hours. If you get into pretty much the buenos dias, if you get pretty much into the nighttime, there is no street lights, things that you guys were all used to and take advantage of and never really think about. No street lights, roads that have been basically mudslides covering half the road, bridges almost broken, so you got to be very careful coming out here. I did have to set the mud terrain on that vehicle a couple times. The hill descend, braking on that vehicle as well had to be set up on the Kia. So just what I'm saying, you guys come out here, no street lights, and the potholes out here, I thought Chicago potholes were bad. Jesus Christ. These potholes are like craters out here. I'm talking about real size craters. And you hit one of those things, there is no tow truck out here. Literally, there is no tow truck that's gonna come and get you out here. You're stuck on the side of the road. Good luck, and that'll be it pretty much. So just be very careful you're driving out here. Make sure you leave early enough to make it down here. Again, I'm going down this hill myself with these, whatever Nikes I'm wearing. Basically try not to step on the stones that are slick. But either way, just like I said, if you guys gotta be doing your own driving, it's 3.5 hours. It's a nice drive. A lot of speed bumps in the little cities that you run through. You run through a bunch of little towns, but the speed bumps out here, yeah, you gotta be careful with those. So, anyways, let me go ahead and head back to the hotel here. Here's a Hyundai. This is pretty much like a Hyundai Santa Fe. I think it might have been a Santa Fe with a badge. Now, I do want to try to get to a dealer while I'm out here just to see the cars. I want to see some of these Toyotas. The actual hood scoops on these Toyotas, like the Land Cruisers and stuff like that, and some of the actual 4Runners I saw, the actual hood scoops on those cars, like the SR5 hood scoops we have out in the States, they're actually functional. There is actually a hole and you can see the inside of the engine out there. Not like the ones we have in the US that are freaking fake. So the vents are actually pretty functional. Like I said, here you go. There's a bunch of cars. There's a Honda Odyssey right over there. There's a Elantra, a Yaris. These cars make it up the hills. Front-wheel drive cars, all-wheel drive cars. Haven't seen a rear-wheel drive car because I would like to see a rear-wheel drive car going up these hills. It would just be funny to watch. So let's head back to the hotel here, get some breakfast, and then I'll see you guys in the ruins. We're also staying pretty nice resort, or I should say hotel. It's not a resort. Pretty nice resort. The Plaza Magdalena is where we're staying at. So we'll should I give you guys a kind of walk around on that resort real quick here. setting up for continental breakfast. Buenos días. ¿Cómo está? Again, here's the parking lot. I think we're the only guests here. Both of these cars are, this is the Kia that I've been driving, and that is sister-in-law's, actually my wife's cousin's car out there. It is a Hyundai, if I'm correct. Yeah, it's a Hyundai Santa Fe, I think it's what that is. But again, we're actually staying in that room there. Family staying in this room. There's my father-in-law. ¿Cómo está? Ya está despierto. And there you go, Toyota Tacoma. Look at these wheels on this thing. Look at this, lifted, but look at that frame. Look at that frame. It's just muddy, that is all. I mean, there's no rust on this thing. Look at this. It's all just mud, and I mean, if you guys love muddy and all the off-road thing, this is the place to go. Look at these. Look at this. Headlights are a little yellowish. But, Jesus. Off-road tires, they got some Boris BSM TX7s. But, yeah, I mean, this thing is clean. This thing is clean. I mean, if you guys really want some off-road adventures, there is some areas in here that you go off-roading and literally put these vehicles to run to actually their test. Look at this, Tacoma pre-runner. So let's go ahead and take a look at the pool here. There's a pool area. When we got in, it was late. But yeah, I haven't seen anybody else out here in this hotel. Literally, we're the only two cars in that parking space, unless people didn't bring out cars. Of course, like I said, we rented a car because we're gonna be all over Honduras pretty much. Oh yeah, by the way, watch the floors when you come into this hotel. Come from outside, this thing gets slippery as hell. This is all just tile here, all through the whole building. But here you go. There's a pool. Nice pool. Where's the deep end? Because I can't swim. Yep, you guys heard that right. I cannot swim. I believe that this is the deep end here. Looks pretty deep. There's the steps, yeah, and this is the shallow end over here. You would find me like right by these stairs right here. You wouldn't find me anywhere near that deep end. That's our pool area. We have not gone into the pool actually, and we may not because we got to leave here early anyways, like I said. Little bar area over there. Little walk through if you're in these rooms down here. All right, let's go head up into the room, check on the ladies, my daughter and my wife, see if they're ready. I still gotta take a shower. Like I said, we still gotta eat. All right, so we are at a nature park, more like a park of, I guess it's a park where you see a lot of birds. So we're gonna stop here before we go to the ruins. Let's go ahead and go in there. The river's right down there. The river runs parallel with this park. You can actually kind of see it right down there. And look at all the birds. There's some macaws here, parrots. So we're gonna take a look at all these birds real quick. So we're checking in right now to the, again, it's like a bird. It says birds of Copan. So birds of Copan. My little one's right there. Say hi.
Hi.
That's my little baby. We're gonna be walking around checking out some birds here.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna look at the sign here. Look at this. These are all the birds we're supposed to see in here. The big sign. There's the river down there.
I can't bear.
We're waiting to check in and get inside and take a look at these birds in real life. Look, oy. Casi me mato ahí. Se resbalosa ahí. Tendrán cuidado que se resbalosa ahí. Bye, diga bye. There's the bird cages down there.
Mommy.
And we're gonna go down this little walkway here. I'm gonna stop recording because I need to hold on to the side of the baluster here. So I'm not much for birds. I don't really know the names. I'm reading off. I'll show you guys the signs as we go. And of course, I'm carrying my little one the whole time, so it's kind of hard. But again, just enjoy the video, enjoy the wildlife, and then see you guys when we get out of here. So it's gonna go into a nice video montage of birds. Hola,
Oh yeah.
hola,
Oh yeah. Let's
Hola.
show you.
hola.
Oh yeah. No. Bye.
A bunch of birds just flew by over my head. It's actually pretty cool. They're releasing some of these birds into the wild. So most of the ones you see in the cages, they do release them into the wild, and they're flying. Wow. That's a pretty cool shot. But either way, let's get back in the car. Let's get back on the road. We're waiting for the rest of the family to come out of the gift shop. And then we'll head out to the ruins and see how that is. I mean, so far I'm having fun, enjoying. It's hot and humid, but I'm having fun. So see you guys in just a little bit. ¿Qué, amor? Ajá. So we've made it to the ruins of Copan, and I'm gonna show you guys something that's pretty cool actually. They got a whole map, like a 3D map here. So these are the ruins we're gonna be looking at. This is a 3D map, kind of like an aerial shot of the whole thing. Pretty cool. There is going to be, it's a 2-hour tour walking through this. No walking, there's no driving. So it's a 2-hour tour to go through the whole thing. It looks like there's about 7 or 8, maybe even 9 sections of the whole thing, and they're gonna explain everything. So as we go here, I might do a video montage, I'm not sure, or we might just do cuts and scenes, but I will take a look at the whole thing, give you guys a quick glimpse of everything. So now this is pretty much the entrance. They're walking into the temples where everything's gonna be at, or the ruins, I would say. Pretty much it is a long walk. There's some trees they explained about. Those were houses they lived in. I guess if they're taller is what he's saying. They were pretty much temples. If it was just small, they were houses, and pretty much this is what it looks like underneath. The tree built in, you can see structures in there. So we're walking in this way, and then it should be getting close to walking into the actual temples. So I'm switching between the other camera that I have, which is DJI Mimo, little one right there, and my phone, just to make things easier, basically. I'm taking all the pictures with my phone. But there is a lot of history from what he's explaining out here. A lot of different things, and I'm not gonna record every little thing because this is making a video like a 3-hour video, and I'm not trying to do that. I will probably split this video into 2, if anything. But either way, I mean, there's a lot of history here. You'll see more pictures and videos more than just basically just him talking, because there's a lot of things he's explaining. But everything so far seems like these people, these Mayans were actually very smart and knew exactly what they were doing, especially when it came to architecture. I mean, the ruins you guys are seeing, amazing little things, and all the things he's talking about is just, I mean, awesome stuff. So I'll keep shooting. We'll keep coming in with this video, but much more of a video montage than anything. Alright, so yesterday was kind of an adventure again. Today we are, well, first of all, let me say, yesterday we left the ruins, went home tired. We were very tired. Then we had another like 3.5-hour drive to where we're at now. And the place we stayed was not the best. I was tired, I had a headache, so I didn't finish recording the rest of the day. But you guys saw most of the ruins. We walked out of there. Again, just another 3.5-hour drives out to where we're located now, which is like Las Vegas in Honduras. There's a Las Vegas in Honduras, and I didn't know that. So we are at the falls of Palacansac, something like that. I don't know how to say it. The name will be down on the bottom of the screen here. But we're here to take a look at these waterfalls. I guess you could actually swim in this, but the water's kind of dirty now, especially from the floods from last year or the year before. The water's still very, very dirty. So we're gonna take a look at these falls, get some pictures, probably get something to eat afterwards, and then we have another drive to, I forgot where we're going, but then that's another 4-hour drive, which would be a lot of driving more than actually sightseeing or anything like that. But of course, these two little ones, especially this one,
Hey!
she's having
Whoa!
a blast. Look at her. She's loving every minute of it. About to almost fell. So anyways, kind of the same thing. Again, I don't want to make this a very, very long video, so that you're not going to see this huge montage of stuff. And it may be a 2-part video depending on how long it is when it comes to editing. I'm going to be 2 weeks here in Honduras, so basically I will have some videos, some pictures, and it's kind of like going to these little montages of pictures and videos so you guys take a look at it. On top of that, when it comes to that Kia Sorento, that thing is amazing. Most of the roads out here, I showed you a little bit of the roads, but most of the roads out here are just pretty much gravel and potholes and just a bunch of stuff. And the car has been amazing through the whole thing. I mean, again, I'm not a big Kia fan, and I got nothing against Kia either, but the car's been awesome, and so has been that Santa Fe. So basically, now there's a difference between mud and snow and gravel and rut and sand and snow. Because the snow and ice completely changes the whole game. So anyways, let's go ahead. Let's go and take a look at these waterfalls. Let's take a look at this land out here and see what this scenery is all about. and then I'll hopefully be back with you guys when we're done in this park and we're headed out to our drive to the next city, which we're gonna be there for about 2 or 3 days, I believe. All right, so there you have it. Waterfalls, again, they're right behind me there. Pretty cool scenery. But again, they're just waterfalls. I got to see some of the top, from the bottom, from the middle, and that's it, pretty much. But again, pretty cool scenery. I hope you guys are enjoying these photos. Now we're gonna hop in the car. We gotta get something to eat, and then see where our next destination is. Again, we're only on, what, Tuesday of the first week, because we don't leave. We're here till next week, all of next week, and then the following week we go back home. So we're just getting started with this. So go ahead and get back in the car, get something to eat, and I'll see you guys in a bit. So we pulled over on the side of the road and decided to get something to eat, a quick snack, let's say. And pretty much this is how it is out here. People just sell stuff on the side of the road. This gentleman here has some corn on the grill with some tortillas, and it's a quick snack for a long trip. Even my baby girl's getting some quick snack in here. But people out here are constantly selling stuff like this, and it's pretty cool. I mean, especially if you got a long trip ahead of you. All right, so after the waterfalls, we went to a lake, and I forgot what the name is. I keep forgetting the name of these places, but it was a nice lake. It was just basically, we got something to eat there, and then kind of just took some pictures there. Nothing too major. Throw some pictures of the lake here for you guys, and I'll put the name down for you guys as well. And that's just something just to chill and relax just before coming out. We then drove almost 2.5 hours to a city called Tegucigalpa. That's in Honduras. That's one of another major city in Honduras, and we had to rent another house here, of course, but this house is actually better than the first one. Hell of a lot better than what the hell we stayed in last night. That was just all horrific. That was just all horrible. So, and then just give you guys an idea that how Honduras is still not a safe city or safe country. Check some. So the lining of this house, there is still wire lined up there, and from the looks of it, it's electrified. There's a sign up there that says electric. That's electrified wire above this gigantic wall that's probably at least 15 feet tall. And again, there's electric wire right up there. Look at the windows. They all have those fenced in windows. Look at the door lock and the type of doors they have for the entrance. These are aluminum doors. I mean, then we have these huge locks. Look at these things. To walk back to the patio, this one was open, of course, when we got here. But look at this thing. This thing the same way, same type of lock, but just gigantic cell type doors. I mean, these fences, then they're not aluminum. They're actually metal fences. Of course, as we walk in the house here, I'm gonna show you something. Beautiful house, but even if you were to break this, you still gotta get through these metal bars that are on the outside, not on the inside. Close the door, you have a deadbolt in the bottom, deadbolt up top. There's cameras everywhere in the house. Now, I'm gonna show you something real quick. Now, this is basically the main living quarters, living room, kitchen, or dining. There's a small foyer going up the back that way. And the kitchen's right in here. Refrigerator, microwave. These hosts seem really good. They've been very communicative with everything. Very nice people. I'm gonna show you guys the upstairs in a second. Let's walk outside here. So, as we walk out to the garage, now of course none of the cars here, I should say the driveway, not a garage. I think say it's a garage. None of the cars are in here for a reason. Right as we were walking out here, it started to rain. And look at what the floors are made of. It's actual marble stone or something. And some rocks. There's some rocks for traction right here. But it wouldn't get up, the Kia would not make it up that actual first set over here at all. It wouldn't actually come in up the top of this grade. That very first grade right there, it wouldn't even make it up there. It just spun the tires. The tires, of course, are regular street tires. They're down probably to about 5-30 seconds. So how it fared on an off-road, gravel, sand, mud situation, the car did phenomenal. How it does when it comes to anything wet and slippery, even with, I engaged the snow mode and the mud mode and everything, the car still wouldn't make it up this thing. It just spun the tires and just sat there, wouldn't even move. So basically that's because just, if it came to winter, that Kia would pretty much fail completely, even with the four-wheel drive. And then when there's some barbed wiring up there, look at that, and the fence extends all the way this way. They got some kind of roofing over the garage opener, of course, and it stretches from one side to the other. That's pretty cool, the way they have that garage opener. But again, the door in this one is, check this thing out. Giant metal door. I mean, that's how pretty much this country is. And they have, of course, this is a water filtration system here. And they have it locked up as well, giant cage. This house, again, after you get through the garage, if you were to try to break in this house and hop up somehow through that electric fence or make it through that door, you still have to cut through these gigantic barred doors. And there's a thing, a storage area. We can't get in that one. There's a nice sink here. These are the sinks that you see pretty much in a lot of third world countries. Pretty much, you might actually see them probably in the United States too. Actually, these are real good, nice sinks. And the outside laundry rooms in here as well. And I mean to insult every country, not third world countries, but a lot of other countries have these type of sinks. Patio out here. We got deck 1. Little area back here for storage. Look at that camera over there. Some more. Look at this also. So you have your to the back door. If this was to close this way, you are completely sealed in. I mean, this house is pretty safe to begin with, as it is. I mean, if somebody really wanted to get you, of course, I'm pretty sure they could. A couple explosives and you're in. But, and we're gonna go up to the second part of the patio. You get a little part of the patio here, little sitting area. Same thing. And of course, that is that front door we saw there. And of course, ACs here, there is no central AC system. When you get to a house, each house has had one of these. They're like the Mr. Cool ACs you guys see advertised. They have that type of AC there. It's basically an in-room AC, so the whole first floor is not, doesn't have any AC. Each room has an AC. let's go ahead and go back inside and walk up the stairs on each floor here. All these tile floors too. Almost killed myself 3 or 4 times already. So there's people in these rooms already, but we got a bathroom in this hall, some storage space here, bedroom, storage closet, another bedroom. Of course, there's another window. And then we walk up to the 3rd level. I didn't call it a floor, more like a level. It's really what it is, just not a whole floor, but my wife and our bedroom is in there. They're getting ready to go out. Some closet space here, another bedroom there, and a gigantic conference room, office, whatever the hell you would want to make it. And again, there's the AC right there. Just take a look at that right there. That's the AC that you see in every room. But yeah, now if this was my house, this would be my YouTube room right here, my studio. And I'm gonna show you guys a shot of the city here. The city of Tegucigalpa.